Hello and welcome to video 5 in the Name and the Covenant series. Today we're going to step into one of the most compelling mysteries in Scripture. How God has preserved His covenant people across centuries of scattering, silence, and seeming loss. From the prophetic vision of Ezekiel's 2 sticks to the sealing of the tribes in Revelation, we'll see that not one promise has been forgotten and not one name has been erased from his book. You see, sometimes silence speaks. We live in a world obsessed with instant answers, a culture that sees delay as denial. But the author of time writes with patience. You see, for centuries, Israel's story has looked scattered, perhaps silent, unfinished. Yet in heaven's library, not a single chapter has been lost. What he hides, he preserves. What he preserves, he reveals in his time, not a moment sooner. So the first point I'm going to make today is about the partial hardening. We're going to look at Romans 11, 25 and 26. For I do not want you, brethren, to be uninformed of this mystery, so that you will not be wise in your own estimation, that a partial hardening has happened to Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles has come in. And so all Israel will be saved. This is not abandonment. It's a divine pause. God has veiled part of Israel's understanding until the Gentile ingathering is complete. His timing is precise. The same God who numbers the hairs on your head numbers the seasons of nations. You see, the mystery of Israel's hardening in Romans 11, Paul doesn't want us ignorant here. A partial hardening has happened to Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles has come. So all Israel will be saved. This is not a permanent rejection. It's a strategic pause. God has opened the door to the nations, but he has not closed the book on Israel. The covenant still stands. The king still has unfinished business with his people. You can look at some supporting verses like Hosea chapter 3 verses 4 and 5 or Jeremiah 31 verses 35 through 37 if you want to do some cross-reference search on your own. But the second point I want to make today, we're going to look at Ezekiel 37, 15 through 22, 2 sticks in one hand. Ezekiel is told to take 2 sticks, one for Judah and one for Joseph/Ephraim. In the prophet's hand, they remain separate, but in God's hand, they become one. That unity is not just political, it's covenantal, fulfilled under the reign of Messiah. The 2 sticks in one hand in Ezekiel 37, God tells Ezekiel, take 1 stick for Judah, 1 for Joseph, representing the northern tribes, and join them in your hand. This is more than just a prophetic skit. It's a visual decree, a prophetic act. Verse 22 in there says, I will make them one nation in the land, and one king will be king for all of them. So even after centuries of division, the Lord has always had reunion in his heart. Now the third point I want to make today is that the lost are not lost to him. If we look at Revelation chapter 7, verses 4 through 8, and I heard the number of those who were sealed, 144,000, sealed from every tribe of the sons of Israel. See, the tribes man has lost track of, heaven remembers. The sealing is not just symbolic, it's literal, it's precise, and it's personal. God's promises are exact. He keeps them to the letter. God knows where they are. Man may have lost track of the so-called lost tribes, but heaven has not. In Revelation, John hears the numbering of the sealed, 12,000 from each tribe. That means God knows exactly who belongs to Reuben, to Zebulun, to Issachar. Not one identity has been erased from his covenant record. Psalm 87:6 reminds us the Lord will record when he registers the peoples. Heaven's census is exact. Now, the fourth and final thing I want to bring out today, and this is brief, is the mystery is in motion. Dispersion was not the end. It was a planting. Silence was not absence. It was preservation. When the time is ripe, when what is hidden will step into the light. You see, the mystery is not that God has forgotten Israel. The mystery is that he has hidden them until the appointed time. They have been scattered like seed, awaiting a harvest only the Messiah himself will bring in. Now, why does this matter to you? If God is faithful to keep Israel's name written in his hand through the centuries of exile, he will keep yours through every season of silence. So don't mistake delay for denial. The promise that feels dormant is being preserved. It's not forgotten. Like Israel, you are held in covenant. Like Israel, your story is not over until the king himself declares it's finished. See, this mystery changes the way we see the headlines and the nations. It tells us not to write anyone off. Not the prodigal, not the hardened, not the scattered. If God can keep tribal identity hidden for thousands of years, he can keep his promise to you. If he can hold Israel in covenant, he can hold you in grace. We must also remember this is our root. Romans 11 warns Gentile believers not to become arrogant. We are grafted in, not replacing the tree. The covenant story did not start with us, and it will not end without them. See, it says if he can hold a nation scattered across millennia, he can hold you through your midnight hour. Now, the same hand that took the two sticks and made them one is the hand that holds your life. The same voice that will call Israel out of hiding is the voice that will call you by name. Wait for him. Trust him, because when the king calls, nothing and no one can stay hidden any longer. See, that's the heart of the mystery. Hidden yet preserved, waiting for the day when every tribe will be gathered and the covenant will be complete. Now be sure to follow along, because next time we're going to move into the fulfillment, what is yet to come, where we'll see how prophecy points to the return of the king, the awakening of a nation, and the uniting of all God's people under one shepherd. See you next time.